I'm going to share with you the 5 ways I was able to raise my credit score above 800. What's up, Wise Flyers? Welcome to another video. If you're new here and you want to learn how to travel anywhere almost free by using credit cards and travel points, start now by subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss a thing. One of the things I pride myself on is my high credit score. I don't mean to show it to brag, but I just want to teach you how you could raise your credit score so you could responsibly get more credit cards and get more free travel. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my credit score. Right now, I'll show you that it's over 800 so that I establish some credibility. And then I'll share with you my 5 tips of how I was able to get it above 800. Before I get into these 5 tips, I just want to say one thing that's important. It's kind of like the umbrella idea behind getting your score above 800, which is your mindset. The reason why you want your credit score to be high in the first place. You know, if we look at credit cards as an extension of our bank account, not a way to spend money that we don't have, then we'll spend more responsibly, be more responsible with paying our bills on time, and raise our credit score so that we could have lower interest rates on mortgage, car payments. So credit score, it may not be the most fun thing, but it is really important in our life and could save us thousands of dollars over our entire lifetime. So it's really important you pay attention. Pay attention to the last one as well. It may not be what you expect. The first way I was able to raise my credit score above 800 is by auto payments. So by paying your bills on time in full every single month with credit cards, you're able to raise your credit score and make sure that you don't miss a payment, get a late payment, get a derogatory mark on your credit score. That's not good. Nobody could benefit from that. And we all know that life happens. We sometimes forget to pay our bills on time. I could honestly say that it's happened to me. So in order to correct this and make sure that I never got another late payment again, is I set up automatic payments. So whether this is with your utility company's cell phone bill, any credit card bills, a lot of these companies offer the option of automatic payments so that they're going to constantly get paid. They don't want to have to chase you down and try to collect their money. They just want their money. So if you do auto payments, sometimes they even give you a little discount. The way to do this with any credit card is if you go to the search bar of pretty much any credit card account that you have online and you type in automatic payments, it'll show up and teach you exactly how to set up your automatic payments. I recommend paying it in full every single month so you're not paying any interest as opposed to just paying the minimum. One of the ways to keep track of your payments with your credit card in case you're worried about fraud is if you get mint.com or the Mint app on your phone, you could check to see all your transactions of your credit cards to make sure that there's no unauthorized payments, especially if you're having it on auto pay every single month and you may forget to look at your account. It's right there on your phone, right at your fingertips, so you can make sure that everything is going smoothly, no unauthorized transactions or fraud, and that everything is being paid in full. So to establish some credibility so that you believing that my credit score is above 800, let's hop into my Credit Karma account. So here on Credit Karma, if I look, if I go to dashboard, so my TransUnion is an 821 and my Equifax is an 814, both above 800. This is as of June 3rd when I'm filming this video, so this video might come out a few weeks later. As you see, I have 12 active accounts, so I have 12 credit cards that are open at the moment, and I've opened well over 40 credit cards. Actually, 48. I just got approved for my 48th credit card the other day. It may sound crazy, but if you follow the strategies that I'm going to share in this video as well as on my channel, you can apply for more cards. If you're wondering why I open so many cards, basically I love traveling for free, and getting a lot of these cards has given me a lot of points from sign-up bonuses, which I've used to travel all over the world. Personally, I went on a trip 7 continents, 4 months, and for only $241. With my family, I've been all over the world with them, creating memories. So it's well worth opening up these amount of credit cards. And as you see, my credit score isn't negatively impacted by opening all these cards. One of the things I don't like about Credit Karma is it doesn't say David next to it. So in case you're wondering if that's actually my credit score or not, let's go into my Chase account. And I'm going to click free score updated weekly, and it's going to take me to the Chase version of my credit score. So let's go here, and it's an 820 according to Chase as well. And as you see, it says my name here. It says David. So, I hope that establishes some credibility. I'm not trying to show this off to you. I just want you to believe me and know that these tips I'm giving you is going to help you raise your credit score above 800 as well. The second method is to become an authorized user for someone who has really good credit score. So I was very fortunate that my mom, 18 years ago actually, she put me as an authorized user on her credit score, on her credit card, and she had a good credit score, and so I was able to benefit from that. So just starting out, I didn't open my first credit card until I was 24, I believe. The reason why I held off from opening a credit card for so long until I was 24 is because I was worried I would get in debt. Probably just like a lot of other people, I equated credit cards with debt, and I just wanted to stay away from it completely until I learned all of the benefits and free travel and free stuff I was able to get from credit cards. So with this method of becoming an authorized user, you want to make sure you're becoming an authorized user from someone that you trust, like a friend or a family member who you know has a good credit score and isn't gonna tank their credit score. Because if you become an authorized user for them and their credit score goes down, your credit score will go down as well. So you want to be careful who you choose. When you become an authorized user, you don't have to have access to the account. So if a friend or family member allows you to become an authorized user for them, they get to keep the card. They could even cut it up. You don't have to make any purchases or use it at all, and you still benefit from the person's credit history, credit score, on-time payments. So it's pretty much hands off. You don't have to even touch the card. And because I share my credit score and my credit score is above 800, a lot of viewers on my channel have asked if they could become authorized users on my account. I thought it was weird just having strangers do it because I've had some friends and family do it, but I wasn't really comfortable allowing strangers, but I am opening a few spots for people to become an authorized user on some of my credit cards. If you want more information, you could click the link down in the description below to become an authorized user on one of my cards if there's still availability. The next tip is to not close any unused credit cards. If a credit card does not have an annual fee, just keep it open forever. The one tip I have for that though is to make sure you do at least one transaction on that card every 6 to 12 months, because if you don't, the credit card company might close it. The reason why is because these banks only have a certain amount of credit that they can allow for their customers. And if the credit isn't being used, they're going to take that credit from you and give it over to another customer. So if you do have a card open that doesn't have an annual fee, keep that one forever. Just make sure you put transactions on it. And the reason why you don't want to close your credit card account if it has no annual fee is because your credit history will be affected. Your credit utilization will be all screwed up, because if you have a certain amount of credit line between all your cards and you close a card, your credit line decreases, therefore your credit utilization decreases as well. So be careful with that. Next tip would be to have your credit utilization at 0. I know some people say that you should leave a little bit of money in your account, so that your credit score will rise. I think that's a complete myth, because then you're going to pay interest on any money that you have in your credit card accounts. So pay it off in full every single month so you don't have to pay any interest. It doesn't make sense to have to pay interest in order to raise your credit score. I've been paying all my bills in full every single month, and my credit score is still above 800. So I just want to say it's a complete myth to leave money in your account, because supposedly it'll help your credit score. Pay everything in full every single month. The next tip is to apply for credit cards. I know it may seem counterintuitive, but if you open up secured credit cards to start, and let's say the Capital One Platinum card reports to all 3 credit bureaus. It actually reports to 4, but let's say Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion are the important credit bureaus. And then every single month that you're paying your bill in full, it'll report to all these credit bureaus. Then what that does is it'll raise your credit score. And once you get that card, you could open up another credit card. And assuming that you're always paying your bills in full every single month, you won't get in trouble. And remember how we spoke about with tip number 1, if you use auto payments, you won't spend more money than you have because you're treating the credit card like a debit card. It's an extension of your bank account, not so much of a way to spend money that you don't have. And the way that I was able to get my credit score above 800, not that you have to do this, but I've opened 48 credit cards, which may sound completely berserk. I don't recommend you opening 48 credit cards. This has been since 2011 that I've been doing this strategically, opening new credit cards. You don't have to open that many. I would say if you're just trying to raise your credit score, maybe 3 cards is more than enough to raise your credit score. But the reason why my credit score is so high is because my overall credit line between all of my credit cards is almost $200,000. And so my credit utilization is always really, really low. So that's the reason why my credit score is so high. And it may seem like it doesn't make any sense. How can you open so many credit cards but your credit score be so high? As I showed you my credit score earlier, it's kind of proof that this is the case. And if we look at my Credit Karma account again, I only have credit cards for debt. 0 collections, no student loans, no auto loans, no home loans. I'm a big proponent of 0 debt. So I am actually a big fan of Dave Ramsey in that you should always pay everything in full, no debt at all. I guess the one little difference is that I love credit cards, or at least the benefits that they give me. So if you are interested in becoming an authorized user on my credit cards, you could click the link down in the description. And if you want to learn more about how to raise your credit score, you could click this playlist over here. I have a little playlist teaching you different methods to raise your credit score. Click that right now, and I'll see you in the next video.